Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be making some pumpkin soup. It's going to be really quick and simple. I just have a medium-sized pumpkin here, and then I have 2 onions because they're fairly small. You could probably just get away with one big one. And some garlic. I like things to be quite garlicky, so I'll probably put about 3 cloves in, which is quite a lot. But you could also add in any other veg you wanted. You could add a carrot or a parsnip. Like I said, pretty much whatever veg that you want. So first off, I'm going to start by chopping the pumpkin into probably about 3/4, and I'm going to scoop the seeds out from the inside and save them, because you can have them, dry them out, bake them and have them in other stuff, or just as a snack. So I'm going to do that, and yeah, I'm going to cut up the pumpkin and then I will be back to show you what the next steps are. Okay, so I've now cut up the pumpkin. Basically what I did was I cut it in half, scooped out the filling, and then cut it kind of into quarters, and I put them into these dishes, and I'm now going to put these in the oven to bake. Basically how you would do a potato or a sweet potato or butternut squash, something like that, just so that this hard part here goes soft and you can easily scoop it away from the skin, so that then you can then kind of mash it into your soup mix. So I'm going to put these in the oven now to bake, and this is the filling that I scooped out of the pumpkin. You can see I've got loads of pumpkin seeds in there. I'm going to keep all of them, and I'm going to dry them out or bake them and use them in salads or for snacks. And whilst this is baking, I'm going to chop up my onion and my garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I've now chopped up the 2 onions and 3 cloves of garlic, and I chopped them quite finely, and I've just bunged them in a pan, and I'm now going to fry them just until they're soft, before I add it to the big pan with the pumpkin. So I'm going to fry these up, and then I will show you. Basically all you do now is, once the pumpkin is done, you take it out of the oven, scoop the insides out into another pan, add the onion and garlic, a bit of water, and then blend it up, and that's pretty much it. And then you can just put whatever seasoning on that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and fry these up, and then I will show you the next steps. Okay, so my pumpkin is now ready. If you poke it with a fork, it is nice and soft, it goes straight through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this big spoon to literally just scoop out the insides, and I'm going to add it to this pan of boiling water. I just have 2 cups of boiling water in here. You could also put some vegetable stock in here, but I'm keeping it super simple because I really want that pumpkin taste to come through. So I just have some boiling water, so I'm going to add the pumpkin into that, and I'm also going to add the onions. I have the onions and the garlic in here, which I have just fried with some butter until they are soft. You don't want them to go too golden brown, you literally just want to soften them. So yeah, I'm just going to add all of this to the boiling water, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so all the ingredients are now in the pan. I also added a teaspoon of ground cumin, just for a bit of extra flavour, and I'm basically just going to let that simmer for a while. Just pop the lid on your pan and yeah, let it all kind of boil up and simmer, let all the flavours release and everything. And after you've left it for a little bit and it's nice and hot and boiling, then you literally just blend it up, and then there is your soup. So I'm going to let this boil for a little while, and then I will show you the end result. Okay, so everything is boiling down really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and use a hand blender to just make it into really thicker puree, just to blend everything so it's all nice and chopped up fine like a soup. You can go ahead and add as much water as you want. Just add some boiling water if you want to make it more runny. I like my soup pretty thick, so I think it's going to be quite good once it's all chopped up. And yes, I'm just going to go ahead and hand blend it, and then I'll show you the finished result in the bowl. I also added some black pepper into the mix, and yeah, I'll show you guys what it's going to look like in just a second. Okay, so this is the end result of everything. I just blended it with a hand blender, and then served it up into some bowls, and this is what it looks like. Like I said, I like mine pretty thick. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really happy with the consistency. It tastes really nice. Like I said, you can add more veg if you want. You can add more hot water if you want to make it more soupy, then that's fine. But the amount that I made was pretty much the perfect amount for 2 servings. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I have some granary bread that I'm going to have with mine, and then my husband has some tiger rolls he's going to have with his. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of fresh basil on top, and that's pretty much it. I hope this video wasn't too disjointed, obviously, because I kept having to stop and start throughout all the different processes. But it was actually really fun to make. And yeah, if you have any questions about what I did, then please leave them in the comments down below. I will definitely answer it. If you have a different way of making your soup, then let me know. I know some people don't bake their pumpkins first. They just chop it up and put it straight into a pan to boil. But I like to just bake them first because I think it gives a bit more flavour, and also it's just easy to scoop out, then you can get every last bit of the pumpkin. But that size pumpkin that I used, literally, yeah, it was the perfect size for 2 portions. So it was just a pumpkin, 2 onions, 3 like cloves of garlic. I then put some black pepper, and I put some 1 teaspoon of cumin, and that was it. And yeah, I'm just going to add a bit of basil on top with some nice bread. And yeah, that is how I made the pumpkin soup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, any questions, then leave down below. I'll be happy to answer. And any tips for me, also leave it down below, and I'll be happy to answer, because yeah, I always like getting you tips and cooking advice. So yeah, that is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye guys.